This is the grid that the Bombers call home.
You're throwing the tee in the ground. If your hand's not shaking, there's something wrong.
I'm in my element, it's evident that there's levels to the game. I'm in my element, flow is like water, I'm forced to a fire, I'm feeling like gold. Gotta stay grounded, stay down to earth, following God, and you grinding, you do as you told. I don't work to make you like me, but I'm front and center, word to Spike Lee. I'm in my element, yeah. I'm in my element, yeah. I'm in my element, I'm in my element, yeah. I'm in my element, yeah. I'm in my element.
And we are back here in Atlanta, Georgia for the World Long Drive Championship. I'm Alexis Belton here with Bobby Bradley, who is actually going to be on that tee come here in about 2 hours or so. Yeah, he's been doing a lot of calisthenics up here in the booth. But we had a great first round. We had Sam Judah in here.
Yep.
Giving us some insight right now on the tee. And
Mr.
one to
Koch.
look, Josh Koch.
Look at Waldren's mustache. I
So
love it.
good. Also,
It's like-
whatever product he's using.
Yeah, that's like the movie A Million Ways to Die in the West. Like the guy that had the mustache. You know, that looks good. That's a good stash right there. Spencer McDaniel. There, look at that. Look at Waldren. What a stud.
Have the Wedge guys shout out to the Wedge guys who did all the merch as well as all the graphics you see on social. But they need to do like a mustache rating.
Spencer McDaniel, slot number 3. And then we have the rookie.
The one and only.
Dylan Block, yeah. Interested to see how he gets started. You know, this is his first tournament. And he could run it up there. He hit in the mid-2 teens ball speed.
Oof, I like that.
This kid's a ball striker. I can say he's got the lowest handicap of any player in this event, his dad being Michael Block, who had that unbelievable run at the PGA Championships. We got to play some golf with Dylan and his dad, and this kid flights it really, really well. So curious to see, do you know
what his club setup is?
It looks like he's hitting the Paradigm with, I mean, that's a Patterson. Don't know if he's hitting the D20 or he's hitting the 10, but he's got a number on the board. Josh Koch in slot number 1 in the running for Player of the Year. One of the hitbombs.com family members. He is the founder of hitbombs.com or .corn, I always call it. When he first got the first hats, like it looked like corn. .corn. But
that's kind of funny. Josh Koch, one of the most consistent players.
Yeah. He's just grinds through tournaments.
He might not be, hit your 230s, 228s, but he's going to be consistent.
Absolutely. Spencer McDaniel currently in the lead. If you guys are in Memphis, ATC Fitness, he's got 18 gyms there. Get your workout on.
18 gyms?
18. Maybe even more. Now, Spencer McDaniel, 357 yards. Dylan Block at 340. There's 207.9 from Dylan. I like that ball flight. He's getting the cobwebs out early. But I do like seeing that ball speed number down here in the bottom right. Dylan Block, 18-year-old stud, getting started. And that kind of iced the kicker a little bit here. This first group, they're getting started. They kind of got down here about 10 minutes before and didn't really hit any golf balls early. So it takes a couple to get loose again. We do have 4 net returns right off to the side here, so the guys don't have to walk back to the actual driving range. It's about a 4-minute walk. But Spencer McDaniel off to a nice start at 362 yards. Jim Waldren 356. Josh Koch 344 and Dylan Block 340.
Jim Waldren not new to this at all. But now on the tee, we've got our Cinderella man. The one, the only, Bud Weidner.
Absolutely.
Still an amateur right now, but he's had an incredible run this year and probably the most joyful player on tour.
Nice guy. Really is. Carter Adams had to withdraw.
He did, due to injury. Yep. So Bud drives to every single event.
Yep.
In the Budmobile.
Mm-hmm.
Victor Borget.
Be difficult when he, if he hits overseas, though.
Go by boat.
Possibly. He just put his car on the boat and just go over.
I was thinking a rowboat.
Yeah, he could do that, too. Might take a little bit longer.
Maybe a little bit.
Work on that upper body.
Really strong. Yeah. Come over and swinging, breaking all the records.
So, yesterday, 80 guys hit. We had 5 sets. yesterday. We have 3 sets today. 24 guys are going to advance. Martin Borgmeyer will be featured, the world champion, last year's world champion, in the next group. So right now, math, I'm trying to do it in my head. 64 minus 18, 48 guys are in so far to the round of 64. We still have 18 more guys to get in. This is a round-robin format. All guys hit 5 sets, 6 balls apiece, 2 minutes and 30 seconds on the clock. First place gets 200 points, second gets 100, third gets 50, fourth gets 25, OB gets 0. We've only had 1 playoff in the first 6 round robins in a 3-man playoff yesterday.
Luke Curtis taking the win.
Yeah, we had the last set was the highest number of like the bottom as far as like points, 500. So 3 guys were in and around 500 that got in, and then I think 9th was 375. But that was the highest that we saw so far.
Mike
500
Thorne
points getting in.
Getting ready as well for this evening.
Yep. That bottom half of the round of 6, like 32 hitters in the senior division, is loaded. I mean, absolutely loaded. And I say the top half is good, but just there's guys that we know that are rookies, you know, that are studs. So you'll see Witsack and Shook on the bottom half of that.
I mean, competing in both events, a lot of guys, you'll see a lot of seniors that are competing in the open division as well because they're that good.
Yeah, I think it gives an advantage to Gavin and Riesbeck. Because they got to hit yesterday, they got to get 30 swings under their belt. So I think that it benefits them. I mean, the good thing is that there's 32 hitters. They're going to have 2 round robins. They're going to have round robin number 1 to get down to 16, and then they're going to have another round robin to get to the final 8. So they'll get their swings in. So the guys that are fast, like guys that have won, like Eddie Fernandez, who is still nursing an injury, but Robbo, they should cruise pretty easily, you know, into the round of 16. But I do like the fact that,
ooh, you know, Bud Weidner likes that one. Holding the finish.
Oh, yeah. Victor Bourget looks like he's going to take down the set currently.
355.
Mike Thorne.
Hitting one more even though the time's up. But he's in at 328.
Drum roll.
Waiting for the last number by Bud. He really liked this one. 356. Taking the lead.
Cinderella story. Takes down the set at 200 points. Great start for Bud Weidner.
What's you know, we've got the Pink Puma, Pink Panther. What's Bud? He's always wearing pink.
Let's call him Earl because that's his real name. Earl. Yeah.
Hi, my name is Earl.
Yep.
All right, we'll be back right after this.
It all comes down to this. The top long drivers in the world will go head-to-head in Atlanta until the champion is crowned. Tune in to Golf Channel, October 22nd at 8 p.m. Eastern to catch the heart-pumping action. Tickets to watch live are available now at worldlongdrive.com.
I feel like Michael Waltrip. If you're not a NASCAR fan, Michael Waltrip used to like race in like Daytona 500s, like after his kind of like his career was over, and he would race, and then like if there was a delay or what have you, he'd get back in the booth. So it's like multitasking. So I'm sitting here trying to stretch the odds. Vegas odds has me at 196.4 ball speed. So plus or minus. No. Who knows? Taking the over. I don't know about that. We'll see. But it's fun. Just got down on the grid earlier today, just standing on the tee box, just trying to figure out where you're going to place these tees, because we do have like the lily pad, and where Naoya Masumi has his golf ball teed up right now. Well, if it's on the tee, that's where I'm going to put it. Far left corner, middle. Just I think there's kind of forces you to try to hit the inside half of the golf ball, because the mat is raised just a little bit. And if you look at the seam in the turf is just aiming just a little bit right. So if you want to be square, you know, you might have to open up those feet just a little bit to get it in play. Glenn Wilson Jr.
coming out the gate,
the wealthiest man in the history of the sport, owns half of Atlanta, but he's from Houston.
And Houston.
He used to be the
Chicago.
fastest guy on the planet too. Glenn Wilson. at 371. Look like he's going to the – I mean, that looks like a 21 high shaft right there. That's
He's looking really
nice.
good.
And those are like the numbers that like Sam Judah was at yesterday, 209, 210. That's a nice start for Glenn Wilson at 371.
His swing is so smooth. I love watching him swing it.
And based off of those first couple balls, I wouldn't be surprised if Glenn can go like 213, 214 when he's really gassed up. So Naoto Masumi in slot number 2, won in Japan. He's the Japanese national champion. He ended up winning the Endless Summer Invitational in Canada earlier this year. So he's got 2 professional wins in the 2023 season. He made the final 16 in Kingsport. Really, really good hitter in slot number 1, Naoto Masumi. And you got Damon Dooley. And then Jordan Bovalina.
All the way from Australia. Was a part of the virtual tournament this summer.
Yep.
Showing off some speed and distance. And look at him now here to show off some speed and distance.
Naoto Masumi is a guy, he's one of the guys that he is significantly better when he is swinging hard.
Yes.
He does. So, like, you know, for me, I would rather see Naoto Masumi at right now 212 to 215 ball speed. He could run it up to 220, but there you go, a little bit of a miss hit.
Yeah, hopefully that'll stay in. But winner of the Endless Summer event earlier this year, got to see him at a few events. And he's one that you will definitely see at the top of the leaderboard.
Yeah.
I like what I see from Jordan. He's got a lot of speed. He's just got to figure out how to put the ball in play. And Sam Judah is really good talking about that. It doesn't matter how much speed. He's like, I'm not here for the speed wars. I'm trying to hit it far.
Yep. And Glenn Wilson hit that far, 371 yards to start his 2023 World Championship. His nickname back in the day was the Whopper.
Was he sponsored by Burger King?
No, he picked up all their trash, though. You know? Jet Waste.
Wop, wop,
Glenn
wop.
Wilson.
Who do we have up next?
McDaniel. Yeah. So look at him. 2 best friends, you know, matching up. Spencer McDaniel and Glenn Wilson with 2 wins to start off. Bud Weidner with the win. The sun is rising.
From the
It's not in east. I went
today.
Just today. But
Just today.
it's not a factor. I mean, we didn't see it too much earlier today with guys like kind of looking back, like where did it go?
Yeah,
yes,
I think
we
only
had
in slot number 1 they couldn't really see it that well. But yesterday was blind.
Yeah, that was tough. So you can tell that there's definitely some cloud cover right now. So easy to track the golf balls and make adjustments.
Yeah, one person we're really keying on in right now, and you can see them zooming in on Jack Smith.
Yep,
Freeport, Louisiana. Go Tigers right there.
Reid's back. Today, he got out here at 2:15. Yesterday, he was out at 2:30. Mowed the grass again. Fed an army of ants. What else did he do today?
He's done it all. If you whatever you're thinking, he's done it. But Jack Smith, winner of the last event in Kingsport, our first televised event of the year.
Yeah.
First televised event since 2019, I believe.
Yep. One of the favorites coming in.
Definitely one of the favorites.
From Shreveport, Louisiana.
Voted most likely to be what in high school?
A long driver that wins in Kingsport, Tennessee in 2023.
And doesn't go to med school.
Absolutely.
President.
I
think he still has a lot of time to be president.
The old LSU grad.
I'd vote for him.
He's got some good stories. And
he's
been my
sister.
Pharmacist for the week.
Yeah, did he hook you up today?
Was it Allegra D or something like that, or whatever it was? I had to go to Publix, and
did you grab
we're
a
shopping.
sub?
I didn't. He is deathly allergic to peanuts. So
no.
He's got all like the EpiPen and whatever Flonase, whatever it is, and I trusted his judgment, and I feel significantly better. We had a couple like hairballs yesterday in the booth with Martin. Just came out of nowhere. And my voice doesn't feel strained. So thanks, Jack Smith.
Jack Smith and his family's here, sister, mom, and dad, who's been supporting for almost every event.
Absolutely. So Jack Smith, fastest ball that we've seen so far this morning with 221 ball.
Jong. 201 right down the middle there.
Choi Jong-won in slot number 4. Let's key in on Jack Smith. Bryce Mooney is currently in the lead at 362. 223 ball here from Jack Smith. And the one thing, like I said, we always say if we're going to be critical, with the rookies, it's just, are they going to keep the ball in play? They're plenty fast enough.
For sure.
When they get, they get hot, guys like Colton Castro, they can run really, really deep in tournaments. It is important to get numbers on the board. And Jack, currently there's a 223 golf ball, so he's just find the strike zone.
The crazy thing about Jack is it came down to almost the last ball, every single ball in the final 8 with him.
Yep.
Like he was keeping everyone on their toes.
If there is a tie right now, there's a tie at first place, they would chop up 300 points, so they would split 150. Bryce Mooney and Choi Jong-won.
But when we see a tie, it all comes down to 6 inches.
Yep.
How close, that'll be the breaker if someone takes over or not. But it looks like they're both confirmed at 362, and
so
they will chop that up. All right, we'll be back right after this.
So what is your longest drive? You didn't even have one last season.
So my longest drive indoors, let's say I think 422. But in competition, I had one this morning, 381. I just graduated college.
Oh my gosh. Wow. So what are you looking forward to for the season?
Definitely looking forward to experience. Mainly just enjoy my time learning the sport and trying to get better and just using the competitive atmosphere and spirit to make me a better person too.
Oh, I love that.
And we're back.
Glenn Wilson Jr. is off in slot number 1. Let's see if you can keep that tempo. You got Spencer McDaniel in 4. Victor Bourget. And you got Choi Jong-won going back-to-back. Right now, as we mentioned, it's about a 4-minute walk. A 4-minute walk back to the driving range. They do have 4 nets set up, so if there's a quick turnaround, guys are just hitting balls into the net just to stay loose. Guys,
4-minute walk, but only a minute and a half run.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So Koch, he's going to go back and hit some balls. He's got probably a 20 to 25 minute wait. So if you're the first hitter in slot number 1, like Martin will have about 20 to 25 minutes before he hits his second set. Victor Bourget on the board at 347. He ended up getting 100 points in his first set. Glenn Wilson with a number on the board. Sometimes that could be 100 points. So a miss hit from Glenn. Spencer, Victor, and Choi are out.
Glenn having a fun time over there, just smiling and laughing.
Nice and relaxed.
That's one of the beautiful tricks, is just smile. Even when you're nervous, kind of relaxes your body a little bit.
He goes 369. Yeah, I'm really liking Glenn's tempo. And there you go. There's a 212 ball from Glenn Wilson. You know that he has that in the tank, especially when his first couple drives were in and around 210. Spencer McDaniel right here in slot number 3 or 4 on ball 4. Yeah, Glenn looks nice and composed right now, getting his hands to set at the top and going. It feels nice out right now.
It does.
If you're tuning in.
It's a little chilly for me, but it's nice. It's a nice chilly. I love anything where I can have a pullover on.
I doubled up, so it feels warmer now because I have 2 jackets on. I don't think where I live it'll get down to 44. Glenn Wilson might have hit this one in the water. He's the second guy of the tournament to do it. Congratulations, Glenn. You win nothing, but you're still in the lead.
Second guy, but third ball.
Third ball. Do you know who that person was that hit 2 balls in the water? You don't remember? I don't either. And if I did, I can't bring up his name.
Yeah, I wasn't going to say it.
Yeah.
Because there's a high probability both of us will be there too.
I'm not hitting it in that water. I'm not. The odds, it's like 1 in $800,000.
Okay, Victor Bourget. Hopefully that one stays in. Glenn Wilson Jr. on this last ball. Hanging on by a thread on that left side. We'll see if that one stays in. But right now, he is in the lead at 369.
Victor Bourget, 368. We will wait for the underlines here, but Victor looking good to start off his World Championship. Let's take a look at, we're going to go to YouTube.
Yeah.
Let's do it. We're in the booth.
Wonder.
Let's take a look at YouTube, see what everybody's saying here. Got a nice little following going on.
So we have past players that are in the group chat. We'll call our YouTube chat the group chat since they're family, right?
Yeah.
We've got past
Family
players.
chat.
We've got people that play golf a lot, have a driver. I want to know what their driver setup is. So if you're in the group chat, let us know what your driver setup is.
I said 289 is my distances. Yep. Yeah. It was in play. Counts. Normally it's 270 to qualify.
The qualify, yeah.
So
270, 275-ish.
Yep. Alex Blauser, hello. Zach Carver, hello. Yeah, interested to see if Jack Smith can tighten up that right to left. And here we go. We got Dylan Block. I saw 207 from him. So you'll see him
really
settle
good.
in. He's never teed it up on a long drive grid, and we did a speed session with him, and it was like ball 10. He went 208, and he ended up getting exemption to compete. So he's got plenty of speed, and like I said, a really good golfer. Bud Weidner in 1, Naota Masumi in 2, Dylan Block in 3, and Travis Holland in 4.
You see Bud likes that one. The one thing about Dylan that I'm excited to see is because he's a golfer, one of the best here, is hitting the center of the club face. That's gonna be the thing that sets him apart, is just that smash factor there.
Yep. I like this ball from Travis Holland. It kind of swept across the grid left to right, similar to like what Wes Patterson did yesterday. That went 370. The ball speed, it wasn't as fast as Wes's. Wes was like 214, but I do like that ball from Travis Holland. It's like 207 ball. Nice shot. Weidner on the board currently at 356. Naota Masumi without a mark. Naota took second in his first set.
There's Dylan right there.
And he said he's 6'3", about 170 pounds, and wouldn't be surprised if this kid wins a tour event, PGA Tour event or a Live Tour or whatever it's going to be here, later on. But watched him play against his pops and took him for a grand. Great hands.
Oof.
So
that's a good shot right there.
So I like the height. Looks like there wasn't too much movement right to left. Let's see if he gets a number up there, like in the 60s.
Bud Weidner aimed all the way
352.
to the buildings.
Might have to spin it just a little bit more. Keep that ball in the air a little longer. But right now, Bud Weidner is in the lead. We're taking a peek at Naota Masumi here in slot number 2.
Naota and Travis looking to find one in the grid.
Look at Bud Weidner. Slot number 1 seems to be like where guys are hitting the longest drives right now. Slot 1, now especially if you hit that cut, you got a ton of room.
All right, hitting the final balls here. And as we're looking, right now Bud's in the lead. We're still searching for one of Naoto's balls. It's OB, so here we go, final balls. Dylan Block's second ball is still on the hunt for a number.
Naota tries to just smooth this one, and he took a lot of room right to left. Gives the grid a bow, but he's going to go OB, and that ball that Travis Holland hit just stayed out left. So Bud Weidner is going to have 400 points after 2 sets. Dylan Block's going to take second. Naota Masumi and Travis Holland are out of bounds. Didn't see too many OBs last group.
Which is nice to see.
Yeah. I think it was like group 3. Group 3 struggled yesterday. There's a lot of OB sets, but I think it's just going to get a little bit better. But Bud Weidner starts off his 2023 World Championship with 2 wins. Hello, Kelly Rudney. We'll be back right after this. I'm excited. Kelly Rudney just gave me the greatest gift besides, my son being born. She has got an entire thing of K-Cups.
Come
from
on,
Tim
Kelly
Hortons.
Rudney. Get on in here.
Yes.
She's probably one of the funniest people on tour.
Awesome.
Men and women.
Yep. Love it.
The one, the only.
Come sit. Yes. This is unbelievable.
Come talk to us.
This is what a gift. What a gift. Everybody knows that, I'm from South
Oh,
Florida.
my
They
gosh.
do not have Tim Hortons.
Bobby's crying right
I
now.
am. Here, do you guys have a tissue? You
Kelly,
ready?
I had to do it.
how's it
Thank you.
going?
I'm good.
You've
How
been
are
in
you?
town for a minute, huh?
I got here Sunday.
Sunday?
Yeah, Sunday. Took my time. Laid around.
Where you staying?
Airbnb in, I can't remember where.
Close by.
It's close. It's like 10 minutes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Real nice.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Been to the range a couple times, and now I'm checking it out.
Yeah, what do you think? What do you think of the setup? What do you think of I know you haven't hit on the grid yet, but what do you think about the grid?
It looks wonderful. Yeah, it looks great.
It is. It's really nice. So, but look at this. A gift. Thank you.
I saw it. I had to bring it.
Okay, I'm not supposed to do this. I just want her to make the final 8, but I'll pick you to win. So thank you. I'm picking you to win this thing now.
Thanks.
I mean, she's got.
You just came off a win. How did
yeah,
that feel?
you just came off a win.
I did.
ULD.
ULD. Yep. It was good. It was. I struggled in the beginning, but I figured it out. And
How's the body feeling?
pretty good. Yeah.
You literally have some of the quickest hands, I think, out of the men and the women. One of the fastest players, and we're not even going to tell your age because you drink Tim Hortons, so therefore you're forever youthful.
I'm old.
Not
I'll
even.
Say it. I'll say it. I'm old.
But I think outside of all the things that you're really, really good at from an athletic standpoint, and I want to hear about your past athletic career, you're probably one of the funniest people.
Canadian.
Is that what it is?
I'm
the
liking
water.
these. I'm
It's the
liking
water.
these
It's a
one-word
Tim
answers.
Hortons.
Though.
Yeah.
You seem dialed in. You're ready. You're
It's-
physically. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, let's
It's a
see if
Tim
Jack
Hortons.
Smith can hit the grid right now.
at
Struggling
Jim
just a little
Waldren.
bit. Jim Waldren at 371. Damian Dooley at
He's
at
locked in. I think it's the
364.
stash,
Yeah,
So-
well, it's definitely that stash.
without a doubt. Can you give a little bit of a history about kind of your past? I know you've done hockey, played other sports, and then how you got into long drive.
Yeah, hockey. Pretty much the only thing I didn't play was lacrosse. I played semi-pro soccer. I was ranked in tennis. And I went to the Toronto Golf Show in 2019, showed up in flip-flops, and actually Chris McLean and Ken Long were running the booth, and my brother was like, hey, you hit the ball far, just try it.
Yeah.
So I walked up, and poor Chris, and I bug him about it all the time. He was looking at me like, not another one. Do you want a glove? Nah. What club do you want? I don't care. So they were like, okay, here you go. I stepped up and hit 275, and he's like, take this pamphlet. Take this pamphlet and go. And it was an amateur long drive pamphlet. So I thought about it and thought about it and thought.
What year was this?
2019. Yep.
We were talking about it yesterday with like hands. Your hands are so fast from here to here, like a foot behind the golf ball and a foot through the golf, because it doesn't look like you're getting after, and all of a sudden, wham! And then you hit that nice flat cut.
It's beautiful.
It's a good ball flight, and it works well. It's going to work well on this grid. So excited to watch you hit.
Really excited.
As long as I time it right.
You're fine.
Yeah.
You're a pro. You know how to win,
Oh.
and that's the one thing too. It's like, you know how to win, so
Yeah.
that's why you're one of the favorites.
You're a pro's pro.
Yeah.
You're coming off of a win. I know
I
that's
am.
got to be really confident to kind of just know that you're there. You've got it.
It felt good. I won with 353, so I'm looking forward to hitting on this grid and having some fun.
Sending it.
Yeah, it's gonna
You
be
play
fun.
pickleball?
No, but I'm going to.
Okay, I've got paddles here, and there's a pickleball court over there.
Farine Samji and I decided that when we both retire, we're going to play. We're going to be
Professional?
a team. Yeah, we're going to go doubles. Yep.
I'm here for it.
Yep.
Jordan Bovalina with a 368 rocket. Koch at 352. Mike Thorne at 309. Bryce Mooney at 349. Glenn Wilson has 2 wins, and so does Bud Weidner. Waldren's
Looking
Bud.
good.
The man.
Like, you can never count him out. Kelly, we've got a ton of Canadians. Y'all dominate. I don't know what it is. I think it's Tim Hortons. But
It is.
It's Tim Hortons.
Who are you rooting for in the men's open division, and who are you rooting for in the men's senior division? And then also, who are you rooting for the women's division? I mean, there's only one person you can root for.
There's so many good hitters. I have to play Switzerland. I don't know.
Come on.
No,
okay, well, tell us what you
All right,
like
Ryan
about.
Greg
Give
Nall.
us 3 people that you
Jeff Gavin.
3 players that you admire something about their game that you kind of look at.
In what division?
Both divisions.
Well, it's got to be Ryan Gregnall. He works real hard. I think maybe Waldren has a better stash than him at this point, though. So I think he needs to step up his stash, see what happens. No, Gregnall is amazing. He's fast. He works really, really hard.
You have kind of similar games.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I don't waggle as much as he does, but
as far as just like the quickness,
works.
Yeah.
Of course, it's got to be Jeff Gavin for me. I mean, he's a warrior.
Guy
I have
drinks
to give,
from the fountain of youth.
He does. I have to give a shout out though to Anthony Livingston. I mean, he's out.
Yeah.
He's out here. He hit in the Open yesterday. He's back out here in the seniors.
Battling cancer too.
He's battling cancer. He's living his life, and he's really trying hard.
Love
also,
this ball
he's
flight
probably
from
one
Jordan
of
Bovalina. That was just a beautiful ball right there at 208. Little cut across. Bryce Mooney's at 367. Koch went OB after his first ball, but I like that profile from Bovalina. Curious to see how far that one went.
Yeah, as we wait for that. And to your point with Anthony, not only is he, playing in all the things as he's battling cancer, but he's also like one of the biggest promoters of the sport as he's putting on events. He's supporting other players. He's a really great person just to sit down and have a talk with.
Yeah,
he's a great guy.
I love that man.
353. So that one kind of looked like it was falling out of the sky. The profile looked good. And one thing, it looks optically a lot better, like if you're watching it from home. But for us, like seeing the height on the golf ball, how much movement's left to right or right to left, definitely helps us out in the booth.
We got it out.
So we kind of have to guess a little bit. But Jordan Bovalina gets a W right there after just two sets. Glenn Wilson, Bud Weidner, Jim Waldren, Bryce Mooney, Spencer McDaniel, Victor Bourget, Jordan Bovalina, and Damon Dooley are your top 8 plus. Choi Jung-wan tied with Damon Dooley. But Jack Smith off to a little bit of a slow start, 50 points and an OB, but
can't count him out.
You can't count him out.
Go win-win.
Yep. So, but yeah, putting himself behind the 8 ball, and Kyle talked about it a little bit yesterday. He felt like his last set, like he had to put some numbers up on the board, and his back was behind the wall, and that's the pressure that he feels like he's going to have later on in this tournament. So Jack Smith's going to feel it early on today. He'd probably want it to be more of a cakewalk, but that's not going to be the case now. He's got to fight for his tournament and set number 3, but he still has plenty of time. Same with Naoto Masumi.
Honestly, better to feel it now as you're going into the 3rd set than on that 5th final set where you're like, I got to do this to win.
Yep.
I mean, he can go win-win and kind of breathe a little bit on that 5th set.
It's still a little uncomfortable sometimes at 450. You just don't know. Like we said last group.
Yeah.
Yeah, 500 was the 8th spot. So, but we've seen 375 get in as well.
Kelly, have you done any fun things here in Atlanta?
Yesterday we went to the Coca-Cola.
Isn't that fun? Did you drink all the different drinks?
I didn't because I don't drink pop.
Okay, pop.
What do you guys call it?
Coke. Same thing. It's like a Chicago. They call it pop too.
Pop? Okay.
Or
pop.
Soda or Coke.
Soda.
Even though like Coke,
soda.
like drink Coke. It's
I feel like
Pepsi.
here they say Coke just because Coke is here.
I mean, it's here. Yeah.
Yeah.
We
so you didn't drink anything,
Coca-Cola.
but the experience is really neat, right?
It was pretty cool. Yeah, it's something that probably everyone should do. I'd like to go to the aquarium as well while I'm here.
Aquarium's a must. Yeah. Right beside there you have I think like the NFL or Football Hall of Fame, and then maybe the Civil Rights Museum.
Civil Rights Museum. Yep.
And then aquarium's right there. Got to go to the aquarium.
I'm excited to see you hit again. Haven't seen you hit since Japan.
Yeah, it's been a while. It'll be fun.
Yeah.
I'm just excited to be on the tee box with you guys.
No three woods though.
No 3 woods.
Literally,
that was like the worst event ever. I don't even count it as an event because it was just grateful for to be in Japan, but nobody knew the rules.
No, I mean I would never
or sleep
made
on the
it
floor.
To Japan. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't have been there if I would have known a lot, but glad I got to do that and meet a lot of the new faces as well.
Absolutely. My bed was like 2 feet too short.
Yeah. Were you on the floor too?
Oh, yeah.
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 I'm still recovering. My hips still don't move.
Big win here for Minoya. I'm assuming this will put him at 300 points. Spencer McDaniel right now is at 250. That'll put him at 350 and no one else improves. Bryce Mooney looks like he's going to go OB on his last ball. But
all right. Kelly, thank you so much for
Good
being
luck
in the
tomorrow.
booth with us.
Thank you,
Thanks
guys.
for making him very emotional with the Tim Hortons.
I said I wish they would have got that on.
And I'm
you
doing
know,
whatever I
it's
can
emotional.
not to mention Justin Bieber.
Bye, Alexa.
All right.
Thank
We'll
you.
see you soon. And we're back. Always great to have the one, the only Kelly Rudney. Funniest, one of the nicest human beings. And as she said, that's probably because she's from Canada. A lot of great Canadians out here right now. Glenn Wilson Jr., who has a win-win on the tee box in slot number 4. Jack Smith, and this is a really big set for Jack. We've talked about kind of that third set. If he takes a win here, kind of relieves a little pressure. Still pressure is going to be there, but it will relieve a lot of pressure. And there you go.
This will probably be 375 if that stays in play. I mean, that's no movement on that golf ball. We talked about it last night.
Yep,
Normally when you hit it straight, it goes
372.
farther.
That's the Jack Smith that we know right there.
There you go. Yeah. There he goes. Now he steps on the gas a little bit, goes 223.
Dylan Block not out of this.
Glenn just needs to just hit a couple balls in play here. Just looks a little shut.
Yeah, which is easy to do on that side of the grid.
So, yeah, you know, you never want to tell anybody the secrets, but that's if you're looking right now at Jack Smith and you look at that seam, if you're using that as like an alignment, it's aiming out right. So if like Glenn right now is trying to line up with that seam, he's going to be OB.
Yeah.
So you have to be open just a little bit. So you're looking at his feet right now.
So he's hitting some little cuts, but that'll work.
That's
that
a good
should
ball right
stay
here from
right
Glenn
in the
Wilson.
grid.
If this one stays in play, this one's a laser. I like this profile shot too, and you just don't know. I mean, we had the grid callers telling us yesterday that the right side had a little bit more rollout. It's a little bit flatter as well.
It is. I want to see Jack Smith on this shot. Oh,
371.
by
and
a
that,
yard
that
right
just
now.
shows that ball flight. So Jack might have hit his a little too high, and his landing angles
Look at
were
Dylan
steep.
Block down the middle.
204. That's a good ball from Dylan. His fastest ball speed I saw so far was like
207?
207-ish. And I said it just comes down. And he hasn't been practicing as well. I mean, he's never done this. So, like, you know, trying to really dial in those spin rates. There you go, 371 from Dylan Block. Good ball there. Let's see, where's Dylan at as far as – he's at 125 points. So right now, Jack Smith is currently in the lead. it just comes down to ball flight. I mean, you're looking at golf balls like, Jax goes 217, Glenn's is like 209, and you got Dylan at 204, and they're within 1 yard of each other.
All different ball speeds.
I think a lot of it just has to do with spin and landing angles and where it lands on this grid. But currently it looks like Jack Smith is going to take down the set. If Glenn and Dylan do tie, they will chop up 150, so they'd have 75 points apiece. Huge set for Jack Smith. One of the favorites to win it, put himself a little bit behind the 8 ball the first 2 groups, 2 sets that he's underlined. So Jack Smith is going to take down the set. Glenn Wilson is going to more than likely be in, he's pretty safely in. He's going to have 475 points after 3 sets, so he just needs to keep putting balls in play, which Glenn went 3 out of 6. Mike Thorne 339. Still waiting on Dylan Block's number right now. He could potentially tie Jack Smith, so they would chop up instead of Dylan having 75 points, he could have 150. So this is going to be big right here for Dylan Block. Having an extra 75 points would be huge for him. That would put him at 275 points. He went 370, so he ended up losing 25 points. Glenn adds 25, so now Glenn's at 500. Dylan Block is at 175, and now Jack Smith is at 250. We'll be back right after this.
This is the grid that the Bombers call home.
It all comes down to this. The top long drivers in the world will go head-to-head in Atlanta until the champion is crowned. Tune in to Golf Channel, October 22nd at 8 p.m. Eastern to catch the heart-pumping action. Tickets to watch live are available now at worldlongdrive.com.
This is going to be a big set for Josh Koch. He's got 100 points right now after 2 sets. A win would put him at 300 after 3. Bud Weidner just putting balls in play right now. Choi Jong-wan in slot number 2. He's got 150 points, so he ended up tying for first in his first set, going OB. Bud Weidner is on the board at 332. I'm going to take a look at Josh Koch here, ranked number 4 in the world. Struggling just a little bit. He's playing a little Army golf right now where he's hitting the high cuts out right, and then he hits a pull left. So just off just slightly. But a pro's pro, and we'll figure it out. He has it. There you go. 364 yards from Josh Koch. It's a nice start to his set here. We're in set number 3. This is group 7. And we have one more group right after this at 12:15 Eastern Standard Time, featuring Martin Borgmeyer, Mark Costello. Look at Bud just having a good old time. He's got 2 wins, just going to keep putting balls in play. If I can say if he hits 1 ball in play every single set, worst case scenario, Bud would have 475 points. Choi now with 367 takes the lead. Koch is in second, 364. Now there's a tie at 367.
Wow, this is a big set.
I don't know if that's ever happened where there's been
so
5 sets. Well, no, there's a 5 set where you tie twice for first. So it's possible. Damon Dooley without a number on the board as of yet. He's on his 6th ball. Damon's at 150. Getting a ball in play here would be good for him. Damon's longest drive so far is 364, so if he hits a nice ball, he can get in and around the 367 number that Choi and Koch are at. Drum roll. Last set, we were close. There's 3 guys within 2 yards.
Here we go.
There is cloud cover, so it does feel a lot chillier outside without the sun creeping through.
Waiting for these underlying numbers.
But Bud Weidner will put himself right now at 450 points, which is good. there is a 6-inch rule. So if Koch and Choi are within 6 inches, they're going to tie. You're going to see an underline. So like Dylan Block was at 371 that went down to 370. They tied. So Choi Jong-wan now has 2 ties for first. So he's got 300 points. He went OB in his second set. Tied for first in set 1 and then ties for first in set number 3.
That's insane.
I don't think the odds are very good on that. We got Travis Holland in slot number 1. And then Jordan Bovalina hit the ball well last set too. Bovalina's at 200 points. He went OB in his first set. So there you see a couple OBs right now. Not as many.
Not as many as yesterday,
Still
but still a good number.
I mean, we can only pull up. There's got to be 5 right now. There is a hitter missing. Carter Adams was supposed to hit today, and he backed out due to injury.
And he's got 5 OB sets.
Yep.
As our ghost player.
Sun's starting to creep out here now. It's probably 60 degrees, I would say, somewhere in that ballpark. Maybe a little bit chillier.
All right. So Jim Waldren sitting in a nice position.
Yeah, Waldren.
He takes a win here. That, launches him in for sure.
Absolutely.
Has one of the longer balls at 371.
At Jordan Bovalina, we're taking a peek at right now in slot number 2. 207 ball.
So I'm saying
he doesn't miss the
great
face.
ball speed.
Yeah, he doesn't miss the center of the club
it's
face.
Just
nice swing.
Straightening that shot out. I saw him at 211, 212.
He's got a similar build to like a Matt Nicole. And Matt Nicole looked awesome yesterday. Looked really good. He got in easily.
Jim Waldren looks really solid.
Victor Bourget with 200 points after the first 2 sets.
You got the wind shifting a little bit downwind.
Yep. You'll look at the flags there on the right.
Or into, shall I say.
Little, not much.
Ooh, that was a strong hit. Leaking a little bit too much out towards the right there.
I can't wait to put one of these in a K-cup.
They've got one upstairs.
Do we?
French vanilla.
I love it. That's how awesome
chocolate.
is she? Kelly Rudney bringing the goods.
Ooh, Travis Holland likes this one. Gives a gentle fist pump.
Yeah, that's a cut. I like that one. And then Jordan Bovalina hit a draw, but his was higher. This was like a mid-cut right here from Travis Holland in slot number 1. I think this one's going to be in the 60s, if not 70s. That was a beautiful ball flight. I really like that ball flight. I don't know what his longest drive is so far. Let's take a peek. Travis Holland's longest drive was 354, and he hit it 354.
And he hit 354.
I like the profile, though. I really do. And it's like it just comes down to ball speed, but that was a 207 ball, so maybe he didn't hit it high enough. And then Jordan Bovalina ends up hitting it 1 yard farther, and he looks like he hit it significantly higher. Look at how close this is right now. Victor Bourget's in the lead at 357. We got a 356, 355, and 354.
Oof, that's another good one at 208. Right down the middle from Travis Holland. We'll see
this
what that one
would put Victor
is.
Bourget at 400.
I think Travis Holland's last ball is definitely going to be further than 354, but right around that area for sure. A little high.
Just a matter if he hit it higher, because that ball that he hit 354 looked like a nice profile shot. It just needed to stay in the air a little bit longer. And we're seeing the balls that spin more, like 2,500, 2,600, go farther. We haven't seen too much rollout, especially from what I've heard from grid callers.
Yeah.
But
all right,
looks
we'll
like
get
Victor
a number
Bourget's
here
going to
soon.
take it down.
We'll be back.
Hey, I'm Gabby Powell, and this is What's in the Bag. So I guess we could start what's in my pockets. Right here we got the major bag with all the gloves. We got some tornado tees, which are the best for a long drive, right? We got the T-claws that keep them in the ground when we do hit. I was good on my own, that's the way it was. Coming up to the clubs, and this is where it's at, ladies and gentlemen. We got the Winston Collection club head covers, which are my favorite. And this is my competition baby, all right? We got the Paradigm Head, Triple Diamond, TPT Shaft, 21 High. We got the Jumbo Max grips. Going into the rest of my clubs, we are using the Callaway Rogue Max, my special custom Callaway wedges by Anthony Toronto. Shout out, he is the best of the best. We're going into the 3 wood head cover. We got some surfboards, some golf clubs, some golf carts, some palm trees. This kind of brings the personality all into it.
Pow hitting the ball so far. She'll be hitting tomorrow.
Look at
You are
Elon.
as well. Look at Elon, just a stud. This kid, I got here at 4 o'clock this morning, and he was up.
He was right here with Ryan Riesbeck.
He was doing wind sprints.
He paraglided in.
He did.
Carrying the American flag.
Our 22-year-old boss. Now, maybe he's 23 now. How old is he? 23? 23, 22. How old is he? 23? He's a good man. He's a good leader. Great leader. Elon Tuckman. If you're in Manhattan, you give him a call.
Go follow him on Instagram.
He'll buy you dinner and everything. We didn't pay for anything. Put us in a 5-star hotel.
5-star?
Yeah.
Sheesh.
Yep. The man, the myth, the legend, the guy that you never see. But he did a read yesterday and nailed it on a. We were crushing Michelob Ultra, by the way.
Basically, he like voiced your sound.
Yeah. What do you mean by that? Zubak? Jay-Z? It's like in baseball, like just fast hands. Like there's something like I don't know how to explain it.
I always think about it this way.
Just like it just like if like Kelly Rudney were to punch you, like it's gonna hurt.
Quick.
It's gonna hurt.
Yeah, I kind of think about it this
you know?
way in the golf swing. You know, sometimes people think fast hands is taking it back quick and going back quick. But I think something that I like that Kelly does, and like a lot of guys out here do, I think Phyllis Meddy does it really well because you barely notice that she does it. But it's just like the take back is good, but they're really quick.
Ear to ear. I know you can
right
see
here.
it from
They're
from
really
here,
quick in this moment.
behind the golf ball. It's
but they
probably
also
the head's moving fast,
and they're
right?
able to
Hands
clear for
Yeah.
those hands to get through. Really nice, and sometimes when you see them get stuck, that's when it kind of goes out a little bit. But that's kind of what I think about when I think about fast hands.
It's more of like a baseball terminology. Guys got fast hands, you know, and so me being a baseball player, sometimes I kind of relate, long drive to baseball. But I'll even say it with someone like Rob Orestaglio, like you don't want that guy punching you. He doesn't. He's like kind of stiff in the back and rigid, and then bang. It's similar to like a Ryan Winter in the Open division. Like yeah, they're bomb. The one Bruce Lee 1-inch punch,
and able to really utilize that in that golf swing where it matters in that speed slot.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, for me, I guess the question would be for Zubak, like, because like I know like that slow down the hands, speed up the head. Like I'm not a technical guy. Like when Rick Silva being one of my best friends, and I'll say Rick's my coach, I'm like, Rick, you have to talk to me like I'm a baseball player or in 3rd grade, because I tell me what I need to feel, because for me, the technical part of the swing, like I can just say, get your hands set at the top. Like I know how that feels, like weight on the inside part of my right hip, get a nice turn, and then get those hands set, because once I know I'm patient at the top, I can direct my hands to the inside half of the golf ball, whether I do it or not. Like normally when I get after it, I swing as hard as I can, I'm still going to be pulling left, so I'll have like my path going out left maybe a degree or two, and you hit that little pull cut, face might be open just a tad, but
I think a big thing, most people think the golf swing is all in the hands, and so I want to make sure that when we're saying that doesn't mean they're swinging with their hands.
Yeah.
They're allowing their body to rotate, and rotation is the biggest thing. I know I always get stuck when I'm not rotating through the ball or rotating back all the way, and so just when they get into that speed slot, they're able to kind of rotate their hands and their body all together, but really at a fast pace. Bud Weidner, 359.
Let's see Jack Smith right now. A win here for Jack. We'll put him at 500.
And he definitely has.
Oh, no, he's at, he'd be at 450. He's OB right now. An OB set here right now would put so much pressure on Jack. And I said, this kid is so talented. And I said it earlier on, it's his first world championships, probably some nerves here. And I just want to see balls in play. because he's plenty fast enough, and you can even his mishits are going to still go 365, 370.
Yeah.
And Bud Weidner doing what he's supposed to do right now. He gets 2 wins and just start peppering the grid. Keep putting balls in play. Keep adding points to that final total. And Bud Weidner right now is currently in the lead, and he would have 650 points after the set if he does win.
When I think about having fun and just going out and hitting, I think about Bud Weidner. He's out here.
Yep. These are 2 critical golf balls for Jack Smith right now. These are huge balls for him. So this is 218 flirting down the right side. It looks like it's actually pushing back in play.
It does. We'll
that
see
one's
if
going to be close.
That one stays in. That's he takes it. He takes the lead.
This can, I mean, like something like this can determine his tournament right here. These last 2 balls are critical for him. 368 big ball for Jack Smith. He needed it, and he got it. Let's see if that holds up.
It's another really solid one to make sure, even if it doesn't, he's got another opportunity. But I think he's going to take the lead right here with 368.
And I'd say sometimes it might be good to have that pressure and kind of like, hey, I just got to start putting balls in play instead of trying to be cute, And here he is. He ends up hitting it the last 2 balls, which I feel that could have been his tournament right there. And now he gives himself a much better chance to get in to day 2. He'll have 450 points after 4 sets. So Jack Smith, with 50 points after the first 2 sets, goes win-win and now has 450 points. And Jack, in his speed session, ended up going 238. So he's almost in that 240 club as well. I know Borgmeyer is knocking on the doorstep. Martin was 239.7, but Martin said it yesterday. He goes, listen, I just want to hit balls in play. I know that he's a guy that can throttle back and hit the ball really well at 210, 212.
That last
Look at
ball
that.
was so important for Jack because Jordan comes in at 370.
Wow, didn't see that. Yeah, that popped up late too.
Brandon Flynn right there. Yeah, if
he needed that last ball. Isn't that crazy?
If he didn't hit that last ball in, he would have taken a second and put some major pressure on himself.
You got Choi Jong-won in slot number 1, Mike Thorne, Jim Waldren, Naota Masumi. Masumi is at 300 points. A win would probably get Masumi in 500. He takes a bow to the grid in slot number 4. I do like slot 4 for Naoto. He'll start it probably at that tree down the right side at about 340 and turn that ball over. So we're going to look at Naota Masumi in slot number 4 in the booth. And this one is right down the left center side. Well, that wind's pushing it just a tad.
Pushing it a good bit.
There's a miss hit for him, too. 191 ball. So a miss hit for Naoto. Waldren on the board at 346. Waldren with the win would have 525. Jim in 2018 made the Final Four at the World Championship, so he was only a couple swings away from having a world title.
Jim knows how to get it done.
Yep.
And it's been fun watching him this year because I can tell he's gotten a lot stronger.
And one thing he talked about, Jim did, was like he eliminated his takeaway. So you talk about like Sebastian Twiddell doing the double pump. Jim would do like this massive like turn, and I don't care how many times I saw it, it always confused me because I always thought he was swinging, and he wasn't. So he's like, I eliminated that, which just like, saves so much energy. So Waldren doesn't do that. I mean, you talk about a massive double pump. He did it, So
he was pumping before it was a thing.
He just hit one down that left side that's flirting down the left side, Waldren did. But Naota Masumi still missing the center of the club face, but he's currently in the lead at 352. Masumi's speed down just a little bit today.
Like we said, it's pretty chilly out there. Ooh, that was
he's just
too much movement right there, but that was a big hit.
So the adjustment that I would make with, when you start seeing those big of cuts, like I maybe move up a little bit in the stance, just a little bit, line it up more off the heel. He might be far in front of it.
I like that feeling of that backhand as if it's shaking somebody's hand through the shot.
There we go. That ball's ripped. Waldren just hit a good ball down the left side. A lot of movement, though, but I like that flight. He hits a flat cut that runs a ton. So Waldren in the lead at 366. I think his last ball was hit really well too, 363. So he's going to take the win. He's going to have 525 points. So Jim Waldren will make it on to the round of 64. Naoto Masumi ends up taking second place, which will put him at 400. So he looks comfortable there. He'll be comfortable at that. Spencer McDaniel's in the clubhouse after 4 sets at 375. And Jordan Bovalina, and it says A next to his name, so he's enamored with Bud Weidner. I'm going to go to the... I forgot. I've been on...
Introducing World Long Drive International memberships. World Long Drive welcomes all of their international affiliates as part of the World Long Drive family. With an international membership, our worldwide competitors now have the ability to compete in internationally sanctioned World Long Drive events, the ability to earn world ranking points, plus all of the great community membership benefits. Sign up for an international membership today at worldlongdrive.com. All pro memberships include the ability to compete in international World Long Drive sanctioned events. Learn more at worldlongdrive.com.
We've had the chat on the entire time, haven't we? Haven't looked. We're multitasking. Yeah, we got, you'll never guess who's on right now.
The one.
TJ Allison's on. Guaranteed. That's the lock of the century. He will not miss one ball the entire tournament. Jason Zubak is in. But, Chad, just talking about Charles Kalassi. What's up there, Mr. Kalassi? He is the man.
What wealth of knowledge is Zubak giving us? I think it's so
all
cool.
Of it. I mean, it would be. You know what? It'd be fun to phone in
and
have him
just
on.
About,
I would love that.
It'd be so cool to be able to have him zoom in or something like that, because
for me, he is so technical, and he just I can ask him any question, and I know that he's going to answer it. Because I've been doing this for 17 years, but I'm not going to sit here and tell you that I understand certain things, because I'm simplistic. See ball, hit ball. Make an adjustment.
I'm a field player for sure. Another person that is very similar is Phyllis Meddy.
Yep.
I mean, she can tell you absolutely everything. It'd be cool to have them have their own segment of just all the data and analytics.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Technical.
Oh, the Predators in the house. Steve Monroe. Now you talk about a ball striker right there.
Where do you see Steve?
He just started talking, but yeah.
Oh, in the chat.
Predator.
I thought you said that he's here. I was
he's the man.
Come on, that's awesome.
Predator is a great ball striker. Been around
skilled.
for a really long time.
Great golfer too.
First tournament I ever entered. It was Jay-Z and Monroe in the finals in St. Louis, and Monroe ended up winning that tournament. But he's a good hitter. So, I mean, Monroe, he's probably close to 45. He's probably 45 now, but Bry Roberts in the house, you're missed. Ross Waldren, yeah, Jim hit the ball great. Good stuff.
Yeah, Bry's definitely missed. One of my faves.
Yep.
It's so cool to see Dylan Block out here. I mean, so young, so talented.
Putting a lot of balls in play. And like I said, it's not like he's primed his body for this. And truly, I felt with watching him hit on a golf course, that if he was able to get up to 208 to 210, he flights it so well that he would have a good chance to probably get into the top 32. But as I said, this is his first time doing it. You know what? He still has a chance here. This would put Dylan Block. He's in by whatever. He would have 375 points. That was a huge last ball for him.
Yeah.
Huge last ball.
One thing I'm curious is
Block
if he
still might get in.
If he were to hit his gamer,
yeah,
would he? Just because I wonder if his gamer would go further.
Not sure. I just
gives me a George Hegarty thought process of he already maximizes that.
Well,
Is he
say
losing anything?
If I was being critical of Dylan, he got out to this tee box 10 minutes early, so he kind of iced himself. He hadn't swung a golf club for maybe 12, 13 minutes. So I mean, once again, it's about a 4-minute walk back to the driving range. And we do have net, so it's constantly keeping your body in motion and swinging. I mean, granted, you don't have to go after it very hard, but we did see Dylan Block with a 207 ball speed, and he just went 5 out of 6. So he's starting to settle into the tournament.
I would say even
bringing
out an iron.
That last ball just gives him a great chance now. He's tied for 7th right now with Spencer McDaniel, so a huge set from Dylan Block. And another thing is too, he's going to go back to back here. Carter Adams is out, so guaranteed if he hits a ball in play. He just went 5 for 6. He's going to give himself 50 points. So we'll have 425.
Without a doubt.
A win, he's in. The second place, he would have 475. So Dylan Block's got a chance. And, you know, I think he's going to get better as the tournament goes on if he can advance. So
look at the crowd. Look at the faces.
Yep.
People from all different places right there.
All right, Josh Koch right now is at 250 points. A win would give him OB left.
If there's someone that you put your money on backs against the wall, it's Josh Koch.
Yeah. Him or, like I said, Borgmeyer is really good.
Borgmeyer.
Borgmeyer's a really good heads-up hitter, you know. A really, really good heads-up hitter, and so is Koch. Good ball here. Travis Holland with a bullet right down the middle, 207, center punch, 1,500 spin. Looks like Koch's ball is going to stay in play here, 211. Nice profile shot. That's his prototypical ball flight. Glenn Wilson just needs to pepper the grid, put a couple balls in play. He's probably safely in.
Swing, man. Look at that. Effortless.
Yep. This one's leaning a little right there for Glenn Wilson Jr. Koch on the board at 365. A win would put him at 450. Travis Holland, 361. Glenn Wilson Jr. still working on a number.
And Koch going at it knowing that any of these guys can put up a really big number.
Yep. Big ball here from Josh Koch. So we haven't seen any balls in the 80s as of yet. This one looks like it's a little bit tighter for Josh Koch. 214 ball. This one looks really good. Travis Holland currently takes the lead, but I do like the profile of Koch's ball. It seems like Travis Holland and Koch are hitting similar profile shots as well. Glenn Wilson hit a little cut, too.
That's a nice one by Glenn Wilson Jr.
Koch takes the lead again at 369. So he's starting to step on the gas.
All right, final balls here.
Let's see if Glenn Wilson's fifth ball went in. That was 212.
369.
One of the fastest balls from Glenn. He looks really good. Nice and composed. He goes 360. So a little bit too much movement left to right on Glenn's last ball. Straighten that up. There's a home run to left field from Mr. Glenn.
That one looks like it's a sneak out by
Travis Holland down to his last ball. Got
to beat 2 yards. Oof.
This one looks like it's going out right. Big win there for Josh Koch. 369. He'll have 450 points, which will put Dylan Block and Spencer McDaniel on the bubble after 4 sets. We will do a fresh update here.
As of now, right now, though, Jim Waldren, Glenn Wilson Jr.
They're in.
Bud Weidner.
Yep.
In. And we will be back right after this.
Get social with World Long Drive. Follow the longest hitters in the world on tour with exclusive behind-the-scenes content on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, and TikTok. Watch every World Long Drive event on YouTube. Follow us at World Long Drive. This is Golf at Full Throttle.
525 is in.
Whoa. You would think that Bud's in. I mean, technically, all he has to do is put one into the grid, but the only 2 that are in are 550 and 525 by Glenn Wilson Jr. and Jim Waldren.
Dylan Block, if he gets a win here, he would have 575. Jordan Balina has looked really impressive today. After his first set going OB, he's got a win, a third,
look at
a
them
second.
Dancing. It's a party. It's a party.
Look at Hong. Hong hit great today. And then you got Dragon to the left. He is a man who serves and protects his country. Dragon to the left of Hong. So,
I got everyone's feeling the music, feeling the beat. It is a fun time here at Bobby Jones Golf Course here in Atlanta, Georgia for the World Long Drive Championships.
The sun is out.
We're going into the final set for group number 7. Only 2 people are confirmed in.
These guys win. Any of these guys win, they are in. They are in. They have punched their ticket to day number 2, round of 64. So, Dylan Block, Choi Jong-wan, and Jordan Balina.
What a great last
Block
name.
with the ball in play. He just, what I like about Block is that he ended up going 5 for his last 6. He didn't center punch one. His best drive so far has been 370. So, let's just take a look at the ball speed here. Block with a 57, so that's a great start for him. So, but Bovalina's fast. I mean, he reminds me so much of Matt Nicole.
So fast.
He is. He's center punching these golf balls.
I mean, he's someone I will continue to watch for sure.
Dylan Block, slot number 1. Looks like he's going to go OB right, 2037.
And he's just an amateur.
Yeah.
These amateurs, man.
The amateur. Yeah, 208 amateur.
I mean, I saw him at 212.
If anybody's
from
an amateur,
Australia. I mean, we talking about, getting plugged in with virtual tournaments.
Yep. I said there's some pressure here. They know that they have to win, more than likely. But if Bovalina just say he takes second, he would have 450 points.
Which, in a scenario like this, is so great for Dylan Block because when you experience that pressure on a golf course, I mean, you know how to kind of dial it in, and he's in right now at 357.
Good ball here. Good ball here from Choi Jong-wan. This one's a little cut across the grid. I do like the profile. Not much spin on this golf ball. So this one going to stay in the air long enough? Dylan Block currently in the lead at 357. We got a yell from Choi, so this one might be good here. Jordan Bovalina is 363. All right, Dylan Block's down to his last ball. Bovalina's in the lead, but Choi ended up hit a little too low. It didn't spin it enough.
Oof.
202. Is this one going to run? That is the question. He hit a ball very similar to that earlier on in the day. It went 370 yards.
If it runs, it's good.
So it looks like it's a little too low.
Good one up there.
But Jordan Bovalina, he is fast, and he has been ultra consistent. 207, 208, 209 ball speed. Looks like his last ball is going to go OB to Dylan Block, 6th ball. Surpassed 364 yards. Drum roll. 359. All right, so Dylan Block's going to have 475 points. Jordan Bovalina is going to be in. He's going to be in. So he will have 550 points. So currently, Jack Smith, Josh Koch, Victor Bourget, Naoto Masumi, Spencer McDaniel are going to be below Dylan Block. So he's going to jump literally a bunch of spots. He will be currently in 4th place. So the 18-year-old stud from California still has a chance here.
Yeah. I mean, he could be in a playoff or he can have an outright win. It depends if you have any OB sets or if you have any, 4th place finishes here. You have what? Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12 people that still have opportunity to make it in.
Yeah.
And Waldren being the new person that is confirmed in at 525.
Yep. Jordan Bovalina's in. Glenn Wilson's in. Bud Weidner. I mean, he's pretty much in. The Predator's going to be back.
Back on the grid?
He's coming back.
Let's go.
I mean, one of the best ball strikers, in long drive, in the history of long drive. So much fun to watch. And,
and entertaining.
Monroe he's a good golfer, too. All right. If any of these guys, well, I said you got Damon Dooley wins, he would be at 475. So he has to win this. He has to win this set. So Damon Dooley in slot 2 needs to win. He would be tied with Dylan Block at 575. He has a number on the board. Spencer McDaniel is currently at 375. Travis Holland would be at 425. So I guess you'd say Spencer McDaniel could play the spoiler and knock everybody else out. Because mathematically, Mike Thorne is eliminated.
Yeah, but he could be a spoiler, right? No.
He could, yeah. He could definitely play the spoiler. So if Mike Thorne wins, it puts a lot of pressure on all these guys here. Travis Holland's on the outside looking in. So, yeah, Travis Holland can't, based off of the math, he can't get in because, Victor Bourget's already at 450 with Josh Koch and Jack Smith. So, This is a log jam right here. There's going to be a good hitter or two going to be eliminated from this bracket. Really good hitter. So Bud Weidner, Jordan Balina, both amateurs that are safe. I feel like Bud Weidner's in. He's safely in.
We'll have to start saying since we're in Coca-Cola's home, it's a bottleneck.
Yeah, it is. Spencer
Bottleneck.
McDaniel needs he needs to hold off about 6 more golf balls right here. But Travis Holland, I've been impressed with the way. I feel like Travis Holland the last couple sets, he hit some really good balls, but a couple guys just go just a little bit farther. Holland at 357. Once again, let me see. Spencer McDaniel he would be tied right now currently with Dylan Block if Travis Holland wins and no one else improves. So Damon Dooley still has an outside chance. He has to go 358 yards or more.
Here he goes. Sets up to his final ball.
Spencer McDaniel is OB on his last ball, so he's got to sweat it out here. Damon Dooley looks like he's going to be OB. So that was a big OB ball for Spencer McDaniel because that'll put him at 475, tied with Dylan Block.
That's the crazy thing about long drive is you can have some of your best sets against people that have their best sets.
Yep.
And just not be able to advance. A fluke.
Yep. There's a lot of points on the board right now. Yesterday, just one of the sets just because there were so many OBs. Kyle was safe at 400 and he hadn't even hit yet. But not today.
Not at all.
500 was the number. 8th place was 500 points
You
this
still have
morning.
several people that have opportunity to make it in that are going to be battling out for, 4 spots now.
Yep.
Dylan Block still being one of those.
Bud Weidner is in. So worst case scenario is that there would be a playoff between Dylan Block and Spencer McDaniel potentially. There's so much that can happen right now.
Let's say Jack Smith and Josh Koch go 4th and 3rd. One's in a playoff and one is in.
So we're at Bryce Mooney. If he wins, he would be at 500 points. That would put him in. So the guy that we're keying in on right now is Bryce Mooney in slot number 2. Jim Waldren, Glenn Wilson Jr., and Bud Weidner are in. We're just staring at screens,
Mom.
We're just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then all
9,
this.
10. We got all the notes,
phone.
all the things
Unbottled
going on.
water without names on it, but
There's more electronics here than a
Kiosk
Beyonce concert.
Yeah. I need to start warming up here soon.
I know.
I
he
hit
was
in
doing
50,
some squats
54
earlier.
minutes. It won't take me too long. To get loose with a 40-gram shaft. my setup's so light.
Wait, do I have?
There's
I had
going to
the
be no
massage
mass
gun.
behind that golf ball, but whatever. Oh, I say it's for the kids. We're going to have some fun. You know,
mic him up.
Yeah, if me and Bobby Ray get mic'd up together, that would be hilarious.
I think I'm getting mic'd up too.
You should.
I wish I had an earpiece so I could hear you.
Yeah, they might. Well, the good thing is that if I'm down on the grid and no one else can hear me, I'll have my hall passes for the entire, hour and 15 minutes of bad words to say. So
it'd actually be really funny if we could get a beep.
Oh, it'd be so funny. It would be the count meter. It'd be in the
Jim
in the dozens.
I'm just so impressed by him.
Big set here for Bryce Mooney. He wins. He's in. No pressure.
None.
Everybody's OB right now. It looks like Weidner is OB right. Bryce Mooney's third ball was a little cut that should be in play. Wilson's OB. Weidner's on the board at 356. Looks like Bryce's ball was just a little too low on ball number 3. Wilson's walking this one out, so he likes it. Based off of the club speed and ball speed, that was not bad.
Really good swing at it.
So
now he's switching it out.
Mooney's third ball was low, and it was a cut. So he needs to get the ball in the air. His longest drive of the day is 367.
Yeah, that was a little high for Glenn Wilson Jr., but he's in at 348. Boom.
This is going to be a log jam. You got next set, you got Victor Bourget, Neo Misumi, Jack Smith, and Josh Koch.
Neo Misumi as well as Jack Smith, Josh Koch, really big set for them. Like I said, if
they
Jack
can take
Smith,
a second,
Josh
third, or
Koch still
first.
has the opportunity. If they can't come third or fourth. Jim Waldren didn't hit one in the grid.
I feel like
he was already set.
Okay. So if Naoto
Okay,
Masumi,
bud.
Yeah. Bryce Mooney's last ball doesn't look like it's going to stay in play. I mean, there could be a playoff here. I mean, no, like
flex
OB,
in there.
No one can go. Like no one needs to go OB here.
No one, yeah.
Masumi needs to take second or better. Smith needs to take third or better. Koch needs to take third or better, and so does Victor Bourget. So an OB set would be really bad.
I mean, even if Jack Smith and Josh Koch come in second or third, third or fourth, they still have opportunity because one person's going to go in a playoff, right?
Well, if they get third, they're in. So they would have 500 points.
Yeah.
So there would be, potentially a playoff with Dylan Block and Spencer McDaniel.
475.
So this is going to be the first time that Dylan gets to experience, just it's up to long drive gods right now. This is nerve-wracking.
And that is definitely something that
I've been in those shoes before. I remember it was 2009, and I was one of the first hitters to get into the Final 8 at the World Championships, and I had Tom Roscos and Ryan Lau to go, and I was on the bubble. I was in 8th place, and then Lau just hammered one. I'm like, that sucked,
Yeah.
So I came in 10th, or whatever, T9, but Roscos beat me later. It didn't even matter, but
I remember
it's nerve-wracking.
My first event, which was Worlds. I think I had a playoff, but I didn't know what a playoff was, so I was just hitting.
All right, big set here. There's a couple guys could get bounced from here, and really, really good hitters. So, I wouldn't be surprised to see Josh Koch go 370-ish. I mean, this is where he does his best. Jack Smith, take the same approach that you took the last 2 balls in slot number 4 in round 4, where he hit 2 nice balls.
I mean, this is pretty crazy. Our top 4 seeds are not guaranteed in right now.
Yeah. Well, there's a ball in play from Victor Bourget. Naoto Masumi has a ball in play. So right now, Naoto Masumi would be in at 600. Victor Bourget would be in at 450.
That's a good ball by Jack Smith. If that
206.
Stays in.
It's a miss hit from Jack Smith right there.
But it's in. That will give him the confidence to kind of full throttle it from there.
A lot of pressure here. Looking at Koch, he still has 4 balls left. This one looks like it's going to stay in play. It's going to be close. This one's flirting down that far left side. 215 ball. Koch ripped this. Ripped this golf ball. If that one stayed in play, that one is a bomb. Naoto Masumi, 373. He needs a win. He could take second place, but, win would put him at 600. Jack Smith, don't have a number on the board for him as of right now. Huge ball. Koch's 3rd ball was OB. Wow. Or was that his 4th ball? Jack Smith, 372. It's nail-biting time right now.
It is. I'm nervous. I'm sweating.
Koch's 3rd ball was flirting down that side, and they talked about it yesterday with Justin James throwing it in that far left corner. Right now, Victor Bourget, there's got to be a playoff here. There's going to be a playoff between Dylan Block if this stays the way it is. Koch down the left side.
That's just going to fall out barely. Come on, Koch.
Here we go.
Naoto likes this one. That's a big ball down the middle.
Based off of just pure math, there's going to be a playoff between Dylan Block and Spencer McDaniel. Josh Koch is down to his last golf ball. Tournament on the line in the round of 128. Josh Koch in slot number 6, ranked number 4 on the planet. Can he step up to the plate and hit one in?
I like it.
And this one's flirting down the left side.
Cut just a bit. Cut
he
just
is
a bit.
Not happy.
Cut just a bit. He's limping a little bit.
Yeah, that's tough. That's a tough set there for Koch. You knew one superstar was going to get bounced. It's unfortunate. And he hit 2 really good golf balls down that left side in slot number 4. Koch hit that 3rd ball. That was a bullet. And, like you said, if you hit it in the grid on that other side of the hill or on a golf hole, that's going to kick out. If he could have been 2-3 yards over right where that one stays in play, and I wouldn't have been surprised if that was a 375, 380 golf ball.
Cut it out. Oh, man, my heart breaks.
Josh Koch
one of the best.
Is out. Jack Smith, Naoto Masumi, and Victor Bourget are in. We're going to have a playoff between Dylan Block and Spencer McDaniel. And then
somebody's got to warm up.
I got to go warm up here, and I'm fine. Whatever.
because we'll be back at 12:15.
Yeah, I'm
to
fine.
watch Bobby Bradley step up
yeah,
with
it's gonna be
Bobby
it's
Ray.
gonna be electric. That's the only set you want to see.
I know we're talking about how we'll have Martin Borgmeyer in the next group, but I think the person to look at is you.
Yeah, right. So yeah, it was funny last night. We're at dinner, me and Bobby Ray, and I'm like, Bobby, you do realize you're in like a lose-lose position, because if I win, I'm going to talk trash for the next the rest of life.
Year.
And then if you beat me, you're supposed to beat me. You're bigger, stronger, faster. You have a cooler mullet. You have a better tan, better spray tan. What else does he have?
I don't know. Y'all's shoe game is pretty solid.
Yeah. No,
Both
that's
of y'all.
it. That's all I bring to the table is I got a decent shoe game. So.
And you're the voice, so.
You are as well. It's been a lot of fun the last 2 days. I mean, we've been working in the booth, and I feel like we progressively got better as the year went on, and it's been a lot of fun. It's been very enjoyable.
It's been a lot of fun. We were supposed to compete in Oceanside, and I was really sad. I was like, man, I miss Bobby.
It's awesome. Like yesterday, the more
Elon.
Yeah, the more delirious we got, I feel like the better we got as the tournament went on yesterday. So all right, we got
delirium was there for sure. Dylan Block, his first world champion.
See Spencer. They got 18 locations. He'll keep you in shape. All right, let's see if the 18-year-old golfing stud can put a number on the board here. Spencer McDaniel looks like he's going to pull the trigger first. Obi right.
And sometimes
just a little buttercut right there.
Yeah, but he's in the grid, and that's all you need is one number on to kind of help you feel nice and loose. I was going to say, sometimes that's a tactic of pulling the trigger first to make sure your competitor feels like they have to chase something out the gate. But Dylan Block, first one with a number on the grid.
Obi right. 349 it's a start. So his longest drive so far has been 370 yards. Miss hit from Dylan Block. This one's going to be in play, but he skied it just a little bit. A lot of times, like they say in long drive, he's a golfer, and for me, like in long drive, like I'm looking at how he's setting up right now, and he's in the center of the club face. I would like to see him just back off the ball just a little bit. So more line it up just a little bit off the toe. Just a little off the toe. I think we'll see a little bit more speed from Dylan Block. 0 for 3 for Spencer McDaniel. Dylan's in the lead currently at 349.
But he knows he still has to hit a big one because
Spencer
the man. Puts one in.
Yes, he does.
It's going to be
an awesome competitor, and I said even a better dude. Great ball here from Spencer McDaniel. A high cut right down the middle. Miss hit here for Dylan. This one's down the left side. I do like the profile of the shot. Just looks like there's not that much spin. Spencer spun this one a lot more. This one's probably going to be 55, 60 in that ballpark. OB. Wow.
Huh. Felt like that was falling back in.
This one's flirting down the left side as well. So if ball 4 wasn't in, ball 5 definitely is not.
All right, final balls right here. Dylan Block currently in the lead at 352. Spencer McDaniel looking to put this one in the grid and possibly take the win. It's a what for what right now with 30 seconds still on the board. They've got plenty of time.
Both guys taking their time here. Ball number 6. Can Spencer McDaniel get one in play past 353? He's going to go first. This one looks like it's going to be OB right. So Dylan Block is going to make it into the round of 64 without even pulling. There you go. A little
Dylan
little
Block,
pull cut.
Welcome to the world of long drive. We got Bobby Bradley that's going to head out to make sure he gets warm for the next set. Right now we are going to go to lunch, but we will be back here at 12:15 for the final group of these rounds. Group number 8. We'll be seeing Martin Borgmeyer there along with some other familiar faces. Make sure to tune in live at 12:15.